Hi guys.
Hi, sir.
So dah makan?
Belum.
Oh yo, belum makan. Bahaya tu. So you all masak ke? Your parents masak ke? Macam mana?
My parents.
Oh good, good. Are you helping them out?
Sometimes.
Ringanlah, you know, in order for them to be able to support you, you have to support them also. When you were away at the university, then it's different. But when you are in front of them, you have to give some kind of support lah. Yeah. Uh, right. Okay. Questions. Do you have any questions that you want to ask, or you want to wait for other people to ask questions and benefit from them? Yeah. Have you seen this video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How is it? Can I have your feedback towards it? Your response to the video. So the video simplifies things. Yeah. I think I learned a lot by looking at the videos, you know, online, and then lectures that was given by people, you know, discussion, forum, debate. But the one that is going to stick to your mind is going to be reading. Yeah. So nothing beats reading, because reading would normally stay in your mind. But when it comes to understanding, you can utilize the medium, the all other mediums, podcast, you know, videos, YouTube, you know, things like that. Yes, I think video is good. This video, I think it encompass the idea of Karl Marx to simplify things, because Karl Marx is not coming from law. Okay? Karl Marx is not coming from law, even though he was asked to study law. He likes philosophy better. You know, his father is a lawyer. You know, he is a Jew by family roots. Ya, family roots dia memang seorang Jew, tapi bapa dia converted to Christianity because the persecution of the Jews by the Christians in Europe. So they were pressured that they have to change their religion in order for them to be accepted by the society. So he was brought up as a Christian, but eventually he became an atheist. Yeah, atheist who doesn't believe in metaphysical element. So somebody is chatting. Simplify about, yeah, true. Yeah, it is. I love this video. Yeah, the first video summarized the problem of capitalism. Very good. Yeah, Charles provide us with the harsh reality of capitalism, but there is no solution given by him. Yeah, he is just an investigator. He is not the solution provider, but he wants us to think. He is the realistic approach, yeah, which we are here under Juris 2. We are looking at realism, the realistic approach to law. Yeah, when it comes to Juris 1 is more of idealism, you know, more of the theoretical nature. But here we are looking at the reality of things. For Marx, he wants us to open up our mind in order for us to look at reality of things. So if you read further some documents, yeah, coming from law people, obviously he is not a law person, obviously, yeah. He is more towards economic, but his observation, which he has done in his thesis, I think one of the documents that he Das Capital. If you read Das Capital online, then you should be able to get familiarized with his way of thinking. Uh, he completed his PhD, right? So Dr. Karl Marx. Okay, so I don't like to be called doctor because I am not a doctor by research. Yeah, but his contribution to the society is very profound. Yeah, and I'm very much influenced by him, and the idea of him asked us to find a solution. Yeah, though he has not given us a solution, he is just merely stating the fact. Yeah, he asked us to use realize the facts and find out solution for ourselves. So, but why Marx is important to us in terms of law? This is where he his discussion is about law because remember when I say that law is about everything that you do, anything or any act that you do must relates to a law. Yeah? Nobody can show me some example that is not that activity doesn't have any law regulating it. So everything is bound by law. We are the most important people in the society because everything is bound by law, and we are the one learning law. Okay, now questions. 23 orang dah. Come on guys, no point we meet and you not asking questions. Tak kira apa soalan pun, tanya je. Can do it by utilizing the chat if you want to. Yes. Jangan malu-malu. Saya nak berniaga ni. Come on guys. Tak tahu apa nak tanya. Semua dah faham. Kalau semua dah faham, okay lah kita end the session. My job is done. You're still waiting for people to ask on your behalf 25 orang, apalah you all ni, penakut betul lah. Ask question lah, up until now, if you are not comfortable with me as your lecturer to be able to be relaxed about asking question, then I think I have failed to be a person that can influence you in your study. Yeah.
So I just want to highlight on something. Just
Yeah.
now you said that Marx is the investigator. So he pointed out the problems for us to think of the solution.
Yes.
So in regards with the question that we need to answer for examination, we need to find for solution or we need to relate his theory with the problem.
You have to relate his theory into the problem. Okay, say for example, the situation that was given, a situation is given to you. Once the situation is given, obviously you have to approach by virtue of what Marx is thinking. So you have to apply his theory and analyze the problem with respect to his theory. There is no solution, obviously. You learn that from Juris 1, right? Anything that you write as far as Juris is concerned, there is no solution. I mean, you are a student. How can someone expect you to solve the problem of the world? But at least you must be aware and start your thinking cap. Yeah, meaning you start your thinking about the problem. rather than you become a follower, which I don't want you to be. I want you to be able to think, to be able to decide for yourself. Though you cannot contribute to the solution, but at least you are able to be critical about it. Either you agree or disagree is up to you. You know, everyone have their own opinion, but let's look at the reality. Yeah, if looking at the reality by virtue of Marx, how do you think that he sees things in with respect to law lah? Kan, because our domain is looking everything from the perspective of law. So if we were to take Marx into the discussion, or into the discussion of the solution, uh, you can see that if Marx were to look at this particular problem, I think his approach is going to be like this. Okay, so there is not a solution. If you look at every jurist, semua tak ada solution. There is no encompassing that wholesome punya theory that is be applied to everyone. You know, remember the six blind person, and yeah, the six blind person looking at the elephant. Everyone is looking at the different part of the elephant. They are all right, but they are all at the same time wrong. Faham? Thank you. Natasha. Lagi siapa? Tadi yang tanya soalan siapa? Did I answer you?
Yes, sir. Saya. Thank you, sir.
Siapa tu?
Saya Natasha.
Natasha. Okay, right. Natasha, ada apa-apa lagi? Guys, everyone, this is the session where you are to ask question and we were to have a discussion rather than a lecture. I have already given you the lecture. I don't want you to spend your money online, wasting your data, coming in and listening in, you know, by not participating, you are losing out. Okay? There are certain things that is in your mind that you are not clear. This is the time for you to utilize and by asking questions. You know? Yeah. Good. Siapa tu? Yes, please. Tak ada? Ayo, hampa ni. Come on. Faham ke tak? Daripada segi law-nya. Do you want me to recap? I can do that. Mic problem. Mic saya.
Saya punya mic, sir. Sorry.
Okay, Naim. The one that I can rely on. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Yes.
Dia cakap pasal basically macam Marx ni, the focus is poverty. He sees poverty as the main issue dalam society. Tapi
no,
macam
bukan Naim. Not poverty. It is abuse.
Exploitation.
Exploitation, correct. We are being exploited by the capitalists, by the bourgeoisie. Yeah, we the proletariat. We are victims. We are slaves. You and I, we are in the system of capitalism that apply in Malaysia. So therefore, we are actually victims without realizing that we are victims. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry sir, saya interrupt.
No, you are here to study law because you are being pressured to study law. Why? Because your parent realize, or somebody in your family member, or you yourself realize you have to perform the best possible, to be in the best possible position in our society. Doctors, engineers, lawyers are the pinnacle of the profession in our society. Lawyers, from 34 million kita ni, I think about 10,000 sahaja lawyers. So we are at the pinnacle of professions whereby we are to gain as much leverage in terms of benefits, in terms of income, you know. So we did not realize that we are in a system. We are within the so-called apa orang kata water tank. Yeah, we are the fish in the water tank that we never realize that there is a open water out there. We thought that we are surviving and we are happy in the position that we are in. That is what he is trying to say. Please wake up.
So sir,
Hmm.
nak tanya.
Yeah.
So the theory of bukan theory of law lah. So his approach to law is that, from my understanding lah, it is due to conditioning. Macam whatever we perceive as law, whatever the law is through a process of interest and conditioning. Macam tu ke sir?
Siapa utilize that law that we have right now? Who is benefiting?
Bourgeoisie, the interest group,
Bourgeoisie.
ruling class.
Example?
Di Malaysia, the one who controls the land. Sensitive issue ni sir.
Tak apa. This is where we have to discuss in order for us to put everything into perspective. We have to discuss sensitive things. Okay. Otherwise, there's no point for us to become law student, because we are to be critical for education purposes. You know, in order for us to sense out the reality out there. Otherwise, might as well becomes robot. You know, let AI rule the law. Yeah, let AI replace all the lawyers. Because if you were to allow certain concept to bound us in saying that this is so sensitive, this is going to be affecting other people, so what? As long as we are to discuss in order for us to discover the truth. Okay, nah, okay, go ahead, don't worry.
So, from my understanding, the bourgeoisie here is the ruling class is the monarchy lah dekat Malaysia ni, because
bukan. They are not. You tengok dia punya pyramid. I think I'm sharing everything here kat sini ya. So, okay, look at this pyramid. Okay, I don't know. Sekejap Open in new tab. Okay, you look at the king. They are being ruled by capitalists, bourgeoisie. They are not the bourgeoisie. So we have politicians, yeah. We have people who are in the position of power. They are not the one that is in control. You look at here. What image is this? Siapa ni?
Preachers.
Mana preachers? Ni preachers.
Ni lawyers.
We are here, you know. We are somewhere here. We are being manipulated by the system. Actually, the one that we need to discover is this one. There is no person that you're talking. It's a system, you know, a system that is being manipulated by people who are in power. This might lead to you to say that apa kata? What's Illuminati? Yeah, Illuminati is can be said in that manner. Who are the Illuminatis? Are those who are in power. Who are those people? They are in control of all the corporates. Yeah, the corporate people, you know, the corporation, they are the one that is ruling the world. Why they are ruling the world? Because the system that they adopt towards us, and we become the one that is ni kita dekat bawah ni, yeah. We are here, yeah, supporting the whole system. We are working not for ourselves. They make it us to feel that we are working for ourselves, but in actual fact, we are supporting the system. If a capitalist means that you are to win, yeah, survival of the fittest, meaning if you are able to do well, then you might be the one that is on top. But still, everyone is being subconsciously being manipulated by the system. So he is attacking the capitalist nature of system that we adopt throughout the world. except for those communist countries lah. Even communist countries, they are not adopting what Marx is saying. Lenin, Mao Zedong, you know, when they took over, their application is to kill millions of people who believe in God. So just because they say that Marx's idea is reflecting there is no need for God, Marx is saying that religion is the one that is being manipulated. Yeah, religion in terms of Christianity ke Islam ke apa ke, we are being manipulated by people who are preachers, who are alim ulama, you know, because they themselves are being governed, subconsciously by the system. Ini memang sensitif lah. This idea of communism is being the one that the society doesn't want us to learn, doesn't want us to even come close. But we have to do that in order for us to be a person that is diversified in terms of our understanding of everything that is happening surrounding us. We have to, you know, get to know all the things that is negative in order for us to know which one is right, which one is wrong.
So sir, ada soalan. So in your opinion sir, kalau kita kecilkan skop dalam apa Malaysian law, contoh-contoh law yang apa enforce capitalism ni, undang-undang yang macam mana?
Semua.
Specific piece of legislation sir?
Okay. Federal Constitution is to support whom? Who is going to benefit?
Banyak yang benefit in my opinion.
Siapa yang benefit? Let identify who is going to benefit. Okay, siapa yang dalam Federal Constitution yang benefit? Siapa tu meaning you have to point out people that is mentioned in the Federal Constitution. Siapa?
Executive, sir.
Executive, very good. Who are the executive?
The Prime Minister.
Prime Minister. Okay, good. Alright. Dapat satu. Lagi? Nanti kita investigate macam mana Prime Minister is being controlled by the capitalist, by the system. Okay. Lagi?
Parliament, sir.
Parliament, okay, good. Lagi?
Judiciary.
Judiciary, bagus. Lagi? Raja-raja yang di-Pertuan Agong? Does it mention there dalam Federal Constitution?
Yes, YDPA.
Okay, right. So we have some people that we can identify from the Federal Constitution. Let's look at each role of them. Yeah, each of their role in order for us to investigate sama ada they are being influenced by people or not. Let's first talk about the one with respect to yang di Pertuan Agong lah, or Majlis Raja-Raja. How do they survive? How do they survive?
Tax. Duit.
Yeah. Duit tax kan?
Yeah.
Tax, yeah, because whenever there is tax, the tax is going to be collected by the Jabatan Hasil, and then Jabatan Hasil will pass it to the government. Government will do budgeting like what we had recently, and then the budget will have some specific amount of money to be paid to the maintenance of the rulers. Now, rulers, they are very concerned about their money that they are getting from the government, right? So whatever position that they are able to influence the government, they want to influence the government to help as much as possible in order for them to get more money. Okay, if the country is richer, meaning the more tax that we are able to get, the more money that they are getting. Yeah, easy for the government to say how much money do you want, rather than this is the only amount of money that we can give to you, so your budget is going to be cut. No, they don't like that. So they want money to be coming in, therefore unlimited amount of money. So the more richer we get, the more money that they will get. So how do you get more richer in a country whereby everyone is wealthy? Yeah, everyone is getting the money more than what they deserve. So if you have more money, obviously you will pay tax more than usual. So can you imagine the nampak tak dia punya linkage tu? The more money that the system can produce, the more money that the ruler will get, and then the more influence of the ruler towards their dependence towards amount of money. It's all about. Then you talk about PM, obviously, yeah. PM wants, if you, Malaysia ni susah sikit lah kita nak tengok kan how influential they are with respect of the capitalism. Let's look at America, for example. Okay, when you have election, Biden dengan Trump, right? So they are being supported by corporate people. Everyone that is having money, the big amount of money, the corporation, they pump in money for the effort of the election. Yeah. So that, can you imagine people injecting you money and then you win to become the president? Don't you owe a duty or owe something, you know, to pay back those people who supported you? I scratch your back, you scratch mine lah kan? Okay, boleh nampak?
Boleh so.
So itu kita nampak on the politician, yeah. Legislation is going to come out with laws that is going to be pressured or being submitted by the corporation. Anything that is going to be beneficial for them, they would want it to be. Kalau kita ambil national land code, say for example, national land code, the gist of it is to make sure to be given the land to those people who register, you know, their ability to go into contract, which is actually a law that supports capitalists, you know. Buying land, you know, buying land is the capability of people who have money. How about those people who doesn't have knowledge? Where does this knowledge comes from? Knowledge comes from the ability for you to pay good lawyers. You know, who is able to pay good lawyers? Kalau lah kata lawan antara a poor person and a rich person, do you think who is going to win? Like the possibility or the probability of winning is going to be those who are rich people. Why? Because they are able to support, to give what they call it, support, yeah, support in the sense that they pay good lawyers, yeah, caliber lawyers, because caliber lawyers means money. Kapal Sing, you know, nak buka file sahaja, satu file kosong tu nak bubuh nama you je, kalau buka case, dia nak at least 70 or 100,000. Nak buka case saja, kosong pun file tu. You know, can you imagine? If you are a poor person, you want to fight your right, do you think you are able to get a lawyer? That you are able to pay that amount of money? So that kalau you tengok all over the world, corporation is the one that is winning because they utilize the law in order for them to gain all leverage or all advantages that they can. You know, kita dipahamkan kata, oh, the law is actually for everyone, you know, to maintain justice, equality, fairness. That is from the perspective of Marx is ridiculous. You know, you don't see the clarity of things. You are being educated, bombarded by ideologies, by the concept that you did not realize that you are in a process of oppression towards yourself and towards others. This is what Marx is trying to say. All he is asking is just wake up and then try to analyze. Our problem with our society is we don't like to think, yeah, and we just leave it to somebody else. And this is what the problem of Marx is saying. We don't want to be people who are thinkers, who are able to explore, who are able to analyze. You know, these are the things that is problematic in our society. We always follow authority. This is I am the legislator, duly appointed by virtue of the system that we apply, federal constitution, which article and so on. You have to obey. Otherwise, we will come and punish you. You know, we'll send our army, we'll send our police, you know, to shoot you, to capture you, to jail you, and then the fear that you have to be in. Okay, so even though the rich people, they are still within the stage. Yeah, you work hard, you go up, and then you have this kind of living, but still you are within the pyramid itself, where the true people, kalau kita tengok gini, distribution. Mana ada graf ni? Senang tengok graf. Tengok. This is what I'm deriving. The distribution of wealth when it comes to inequality of things that is happening in the world. Look at this. I think this one slightly represent. Kan. Ini YouTube, tapi tak apalah. If you were to look at this YouTube, then you will see the distribution. And if you go into reports and what do you call it, documents, yeah, then you will see the distribution of wealth as compared to how many percent of the society, yeah. Ni top 1%, 61 million individuals, less than 1% of the world population have the same amount of income of the 56 poorest people in the world. So what is happening? Yeah, who are these people? Yeah, kalau kita tengok who are these people, they are the one that is actually the what do you call it? The corporate people. Yeah, the one that owns shares, yeah, in companies. So this is what happening into the world, in inequality of the distribution of wealth, because the rich is getting richer, the poor is getting poorer. You ask your parents, do you just ask them, last 10 years was the same amount of money would be able to bring back certain amount of food, you know. Last time when I was at working, for 3 ringgit I can eat a good meal, but now 10 ringgit only that you can have a good meal. So everything is expensive because of what? Because of the nature of businesses. Because the people who wants to do business, obviously they want to do business without profit. They don't want to do it, right? And the profit is the one that is moving the society. And this is where he said that those people who are making money, they are what they call it, they are thief, yeah. Thief because you are utilizing other people's hard work, labor. Nama kata labor, it's just like a slave. You are being, if you have those people yang ada apa, amah ataupun kurang gaji, right? Do you give them the benefit of the rights that they are supposed to get? Cuti lah, time rest lah, you know, things like that. I don't think so. I've seen in front of my house before, one lady ni dia jadi maid Indonesian without documents. The employer that did not give her any money, do not allow her to talk to the neighbor's maid, and then do not confiscate her handphone, doesn't allow her to make any contacts. And at the end, pukul 2 pagi, I tengok polis datang and take away the body because she commit suicide. That is what we do. When you work, you are going to be subjected to your superiors, and the superiors is controlling your life. Yeah. Nowadays is even worse when you are online. So there is no indication of time that you are supposed to spend. You have 1/3 of your life for yourself, 1/3 is for sleep, 1/3 is for work. Now it's like 24 hours. You ask your parents if they are working from home, right? There is no indication of the time that they are supposed to go into office, like 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Now 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they have to respond to their bosses. You know, this demarcation of your space is being eroded by the nature of COVID. So we are being subjected to you know, working is good, but you do have the avenue for you to have your own life, because working is not everything. Okay, if you are to slave yourself, you you are not to slave yourself. Especially my wife baru kata yes, because under Muslim law, kalau you nak tahu syariah, women are not supposed to work, as what you can see from the video of Karl Marx. Woman, it is subject. Women's liberty or women's feminism movement ni should not happen at all, because why you join the group of the male being subjected to slavery? You know, what you have to do is, from the Muslim point of view, you are not supposed to work, because you are to be taken care of your husband, by the husband. It's my duty to provide everything to my wife, and I cannot force her to go to work. If she wants to go to work, it is her money. You know, her money is not mine. My money is hers. So that is the proper perspective in terms of Karl Marx. Yeah. So I don't know why we are not learning, but this is the only chance that you are going to learn about Karl Marx, because if you go further, you become like him lah. Dulu, when you read, he ran away from German, Persia to England in order to avoid persecution, because the government doesn't like people to know the system that is being applied. Okay, if you were to be the one that is promoting this kind of ideology, then obviously the government can come to your doorstep and say, what are you doing? Okay, at least for me, I would be able to do that for the sake that is under the syllabus. So therefore, the syllabus is asking us to know what is in the mind of Karl Marx. Therefore, I am giving you this exposure. Otherwise, it is considered as illegal for us to do that. Is considered as subversive to the system that we are applying. So the law, just to recap, the law that we apply today are all the laws that is going to win the capitalists. Yeah, the capitalists who will be the people the corporate people. Yeah, they are the one who is running the show. And on top of that, after the revolution, he is proposing that we have to change, but he doesn't ask us to do a revolution. But once it was taken up, they invoke a revolution like China, Russia, Cuba. You know, Castro is actually legal based. He is lawyer. He fights the government and so on. So what I'm trying to say is that Lenin, Mao Zedong, the repercussion of the application of Marx is negative. It's seen negative because they did it wrong. They are supposed to transfer the power that they receive from the monarch that they have toppled down to back to the society, but they keep it to themselves. Once they keep it to themselves, like China, they keep it to the Labour Party. Sorry, not Labour Party, the Communist Party, right? Or Lenin to the one that is controlling the Russian government, right? So they become those people that they topple down. They do not surrender the rights to run the country to the society, which is the one that makes them now in deep trouble. China realized that Russia falls down because they are controlling and not doing as what they are supposed to do, because corruption, underground transaction, things that is not running properly. So China, upon realizing that, they start to open up. So they have the semi-capitalism adopted in their country. So the big government corporation, meaning the corporation that belongs to the country, so they heavy industries, they do international business as if they are companies. Yeah, like we have AliExpress, things like that. Uh, those are the things that the agent for the government in order for those people to adopt capitalism. But other than that, it is still under communism concept. So it's a mixed ideology that they are applying. But eventually, if Marx says, if you don't transfer to the rakyat, eventually the system will collapse. So it will start from communism. We have that in orang asli, orang asli, they live in communism. Everything they share together, nothing is not shared. They help each other in order for them to flourish in surviving and things like that. It from communism, communal punya level to the monarch, and then from monarch to capitalist, and then from capitalist to communist, and then to from communism ni sepatutnya it is what do you call it, a stage whereby the deliverance of the power is to be given to the rakyat. So not no country in this world can say that they are communist, okay, because nobody has done that before. Right, okay, tinggal lagi 9 minit lagi. Any input, any question that you want to ask? So after what is the relationship in terms of law when it comes to you delivering the power back to the society? There is no need for us to have law, because everyone is not selfish. You do things because it is for the benefit of the society. So you go to work or not working is something that is going to be people will get money. Yeah, how do people get money? That you have to find ways lah. The one way that I can suggest is that we do not allow the corporation to get that amount of money by giving the workers their share in terms of dividend. At least by the end of the year, you are going to get your pay or the bonuses if you work harder from the other workers. And then at the end of the day, when profit is being declared, you as dividend holder will of that company that you work with. Tak kira company tu kedai runcit ke ataupun a big corporation, you will get certain share in that amount of profit that the company receive. It is not going to only a few people, but that amount of profit comes back to the workers, because they deserve it, because they are the one. Can you run a company on your own? If you might have the idea on your own of a product that you want to establish, are you able to employ some do it on your own? If you cannot, then you have to employ people. They are your shareholders, because they are the one that is contributing their energy towards your product. Salary is not something that you can justify, because as far as salary is concerned, everyone is getting chiput. Nobody is getting the worst of their money that they spend. 1/3 of their life Kalau you hidup 50 tahun, 1/3 of your life already spent working for somebody else. That you know, it cannot be justified in saying that I've already given you the amount of salary. Salary is not enough. Ask your parents to say whether their salary that they are getting is enough or not. I'm sure 90% of them would say no. Okay, why? Because tadi kalau kita tengok this, maybe they are the one yang 10% tu, they would be in this position where they are okay, you know, they have extra money that they can go enjoy, buy good products and then go to places, you know, holidays overseas and so on. But those people yang kat bawah tu, they are dying, you know. If you're looking at those people throughout the world, so many people are dying. Why? Because capitalists are in control. Big company, tengok satu example, war. War is being created by those capitalists because it's good money, right? When people have destruction of their land, obviously they want to rebuild, and these corporate companies who are the winners of the war will come in and develop back the economy or the infrastructure, and they are getting money from that. It's just that itulah, kita kena fikirlah, ya. You have to be in that position. Okay, habis masa. Nobody wants to ask questions, so I pun celoteh je lah.
Sir.
Yeah, Naim.
Okay, so nak tanya pasal trade unions. Macam, okay, waktu saya cakap saya fikirlah that the Societies Act is actually a repressive law yang they prohibit trade unions lah to be formed by trade unions have been instituted. So macam, do you think that the approach of trade unions is outdated ataupun it is not viable to achieve more, not equal but equitable distribution of wealth between
luckily for us, we have that trade union. Otherwise, kalau tak ada trade union, then they will bulldoze us, you know. Tun Mahathir, I think I don't agree with him because he likes to make us obedience towards cooperation, because he wants, his intention is good. He wants us to progress. He wants us to be developed into a developed country, right? So in order to do that, we have to increase the per capita GDP and so on, right? So our standing in the world must be there in order for us to get that kind of benefit. However, as a result of that, so he suppressed the promotion of Labour parties. Labour parties dah memang tak ada lah 1969 because of the winning of the Labour Party, dah diharamkan. Mana ada parti buruh dah di Malaysia. That is one thing. Dekat UK masih ada Labour Party, right? But when it comes to here in Malaysia with regards to trade union semakin hari semakin kecil. You know, the number of trade union is going down and down and down. Why? Because there was no promotion. That in unity we are going to stand together to fight this corporation. You know, those corporation, they are very powerful. I used to work with the bank for 10 years. And I know because I am the member of National Union of banking employees. Yeah, so we are the one that is fighting against the employer, which are the banks. You know, they are so powerful, and they like to suppress us in terms of our pay. Saya pergi kerja daripada pukul 7 dah kena 7 pukul 8 dah masuk office. You know, when we go back roughly about 11 10 o'clock at night. We struggle like nobody else. We don't see the cahaya matahari. We balik pun tak nampak cahaya matahari. You know, you slaughter your life. You get like 900 salary, 1,000, and then the working environment, you are so exposed to corruption. It's not corruption lah. It is exposed to possibility of risk. You know, people can go and rob you. And then you tend to make mistake that you will end up in jail. You know, those are the things that is in our society that we don't realize. This is everyone actually. If you were to think the trade union is diminishing, the power is lesser and lesser because capitalist is winning. So sad. Okay, when you work, nanti kalau you as a lawyer, you start gaji dengan 2,300 je. Do you think that is enough? 2,300? You ask yourself. Is it enough for you to start with 2,300? Or people can say, everyone start like that. You know, later on, after 5 years, you will go up the ladder. But why do you start the ladder at 2003? You should be 5,000. Why can't you give that 5,000? Or anything, COVID. Kalau ada problem sikit, financial problem, buang. You know, Asia, Mars, you know, all this while they are enjoying, and then just because some problem happens, they don't have money, immediately who is the first one yang akan kena buang? Workers. I used to work with a telecommunication company. When the company was shut down, under receivership, under liquidation, we as the workers who did not receive our salary for 6 months were not be able to get any single cent because kita dah, you belajar land code, national land code, rank pari passu, so if you are under liquidation, so you rank pari passu, you are the one that is going to wait in line. So everyone yang debentures holders, the creditors, apa semua will get their money first. But we are the one who work for our butt off for the company, we don't get anything. You know? Sorry lah, I emotional because these are the things that happen to the society. If you become a person who doesn't want to make a fuss of it, you just become a follower, you know. But the thing is, as I said, the bourgeoisie is making the tons of money, and where is the justice? Right. So I think 12 o'clock you have other class. Thank you very much for coming. Assalamualaikum. I'll give you the recording later on.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Assalamualaikum. Atira, are you there? Can I remove you?